everybody, this is Dr. Nicola Ducharme, and I wanted to share some important news with you this morning about the online course I created called Lyme-Ed. And I wanted to share that with you because this is May, Lyme Awareness Month, and as a tribute to that, I am offering 50% off my online training course called Lyme-Ed. So just to tell you a little bit more about what that is, there's actually two versions of the course. There is a patient version and there is a practitioner version. So this program is designed to be an education tool on everything to do with an integrative approach to treating chronic Lyme disease. So I've had a couple of people say to me, oh gosh, but I've been in the Lyme world for years. I feel like I know everything there is to know. Well, I can almost guarantee you that there will be material in the program that you haven't come across yet, or maybe you haven't seen in that way. It's a very, very extensive program. It's over 20 hours of learning in each program. So to look at what the patient course looks like, we do go through all the basics. So for people who are brand new to Lyme, it does give a really good foundation. What Lyme disease is, what are the co-infections, what are the three forms of the bacteria, what does that even mean, what's biofilm, all of these complexities of the infection, I lay them out, step by step. And then we look at the different types of testing. And anyone who knows anything about Lyme knows that the testing is kind of, unreliable a lot of the time. So I talk about which tests are the most reliable, how to optimize the results of your testing, and also a whole list of other tests that are useful, other things that Lyme patients should be looking for that may not be Lyme testing, just other things that tend to get, skewed up along the way. So we talk a lot about testing. Then we go into obviously signs and symptoms of Lyme and co-infections and how to differentiate between them. And then there are several modules on the treatment of chronic Lyme. So there's a whole module on antibiotic therapy, including some very specific protocols. And then the first module in the naturopathic section is all about detoxification. I put that as an entire module, including how to do a guide for detoxing at home. I put that all in that first section because I feel like that's the first thing that needs to be attended to is detoxification and setting the body up to be able to treat effectively. So from there, we go into the naturopathic approaches, different herbs, different supplements, different micronutrients, very, very thorough information about naturopathic approaches to Lyme itself. There is a whole module on diet because you guys know that I'm really big on diet, but we've expanded that to include a Lyme diet action plan that has meal plans, shopping lists, day-to-day guides. It's very practical, hands-on information. From there is an entire module on hormone imbalance in Lyme. We know that Lyme messes with the adrenals, messes with the thyroid, messes with reproductive hormones. So there's a whole module dedicated to that. And there's a whole module dedicated to digestive issues. So we talk about things like gluten intolerance, food sensitivities, candida overgrowth, SIBO, leaky gut. These things may not be Lyme, but they present frequently in, chronic Lyme conditions. What else? Then we look at 10 things that can hamper recovery from Lyme disease. So 10 different variables that should be considered along the way that can get in the way of Lyme treatment. And then I even talk in the patient course, I talk about the psycho-emotional elements of Lyme and some easy tools to help break through and reconfigure those neural pathways that get messed up in chronic illness. And there's bonus lectures on CBD in Lyme, there's bonus lectures on essential oils with protocols and very detailed information. So the course itself is incredibly comprehensive. The Practitioner Course has some unique elements, including practice management considerations. There are handouts that practitioners could adapt and use for their patients. They can adapt the Lyme diet action plan, use that with their patients. So I'm trying to share the tools and resources. But as most people in the Lyme community are aware, we desperately need more practitioners who are familiar with Lyme, competent with treating Lyme, or even just aware and knowledgeable enough to know what testing to run and or how to refer out to another Lyme-literate practitioner. So I feel like this is really important information to get out. And so for May, I am offering 50% off, as I mentioned. So that brings a patient course down to less than $100. It brings a practitioner course to less than $200, which for sort of between 20 and 23 hours of content, I think is pretty good value. I mean, that's less than 15 minutes with most Lyme-literate naturopaths or Lyme-literate doctors. And you get 22 hours. Essentially everything I know about Lyme disease is in this thing, I can tell you that. And I've been working with Lyme for 15 years. So I feel like I know a decent amount at this point. And, you know, I'm very big on making it very practical, very usable. We do give protocols, like structured protocols that people can implement if they're not under the care of a Lyme-literate practitioner, which I encourage everyone to be under the care of a Lyme-literate practitioner, but that's a different story. That's not practical for everybody. So I'm going to put some links in the comments below. I'll put the link to the patient course. I'll put the link to the practitioner course. The discount code is awareness, and I'll put that in comments too. It's just awareness, lowercase, the same for the patient course and the practitioner course. And if you follow these links, we also have a couple of webinars that are completely free that we'd love to invite you to watch on the 5 keys to an integrative approach to Lyme treatment. So just, you know, hop over to those pages, have a look at the webinars. And I would be honored if you decided to join me for the course. I really did put my heart and soul into it. I'm very, very dedicated to the plights of Lyme patients. And I'm also very committed to trying to help other practitioners, you know, get up to speed on their knowledge as well, and just share some of my experience to help other practitioners get more comfortable so that we have more practitioners out there helping more patients, which is what we need. So that's about it from me today. I will jump on, once this posts, I'll jump in the comments and just put those links. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions at all. And if you know anyone who's struggling with Lyme, or you know practitioners who are open to learning about Lyme and who are interested in learning about Lyme, please share this information with them. Please share this video with them, or share the links with them, because it's really, I really feel like there's so much value and there's so many things that we can learn from this information. So I wish you a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day, and I will be on here again very soon. Take care.